What happened to Wolverine's claws in Logan? Why is he coughing blood? And what's this pass on his knuckles that Caliban mentions? I'll answer these questions and more in this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Enjoy! Adamantium, the poison that's damaging Logan's body from the inside, is not the culprit, but one of the aggravating factors in his condition. In the film, Logan himself says that adamantium is poisoning him from the inside. Only at the end of the film we learn from the antagonist what exactly is happening. It is a genetic treatment distributed to the population through food and related goods. That's what wiped out most of the mutants and suppressed Logan's healing abilities. With his favorite pastimes, there's just no way he wouldn't have been affected. Besides, it's not that his healing abilities were just weakened. Their operating principle itself has changed. Before that, his body could activate its stem cells and fully regenerate damaged tissue, just like amphibians can. But now we see that when his body heals, the process leaves scars on his skin, and scar tissue consists of damaged collagen fibers. That's exactly what happens to us when our wounds heal. Initially, his body's healing process was an extremely difficult one, especially for a higher-order organism, as it increases risks of malignant tumor formation. Besides, this process consumes a lot of energy. Come to think of it, how do mutants' bodies even produce so much energy? And not just Wolverine. All of this further proves that Logan is the most resilient of his kind. Not only did his abilities survive the annihilation of X genes, they also adopted an alternative and more efficient operating principle, which leaves Logan quite tough but mortal anyway. This was also the case in 2013's The Wolverine. An episode from Days of the Future Past also demonstrates how Logan's mutation adapts to conditions. Having incapacitated Logan with rebar, Magneto leaves him at the bottom of a river. Instead of being tormented with cycles of asphyxiation and self-resuscitation, as was depicted in one of the shows on Netflix, he falls into a temporary state of suspended animation. Of course, even though his new way of healing is more efficient than the old one, it still consumes a lot of resources that the dying mutant's body can produce. The more he is wounded, the lower his ability to heal himself is. Besides, throughout the film, Logan continues his anti-mutant treatment. Nearly 24 hours after fighting the clone, the horrible cut on his right side showed no signs of healing. Interestingly, the doctor who volunteered to study the patient's body didn't even bother to stitch him up or treat his wound. The worst thing about this more traditional method of healing is that scar tissue forms not only on Wolverine's skin surface, but also on his internal organs. This makes them less flexible and less functional as a consequence. For example, scars that may form after heart attacks make it harder for the heart to pump blood. So we are left to wonder just how scarred Logan's internal organs are. Speaking of Logan, another issue with Wolverine's physical condition in this film is his autoimmune disease. It's when a person's immune system malfunctions and decides that healthy body tissues are a threat, so it starts attacking them. Origins of such diseases are various and mostly unknown so far, but in Logan's case, this disease developed because of a foreign object in his system, which in light of recent events his immunity no longer perceives as friendly. As we know, Logan's unique trait was that his body did not reject adamantium. Maybe it's due to the properties of adamantium as a material. Anyway, autoimmune diseases systematically affect the body and cause different symptoms to appear. For example, organ failure, which we can see when Logan constantly coughs blood. His eyesight deteriorates, and so do his joints, as he is limping in the film. His skeleton and connective tissue also deteriorate, and this process affects his claws. As explained in the later films of the franchise, his claws are a continuation of his bones. Another bad consequence which sometimes occurs due to autoimmune diseases is the disruption in the process of generating blood cells, which makes healing wounds even more difficult. So after losing his abilities and because of adamantium in his system, Logan's body starts destroying itself from within, and there's nothing Logan can do about it. Another peculiar thing is that in the episode with Caliban, Logan can't read the word ibuprofen, which means that he regularly takes anti-inflammatory drugs. I believe it has more to do with the persistent inflammation in his body, mainly his claws. Caliban mentions that Logan tries to hide the pus on his knuckles and wipes it from his hands, so that no one can see it. His wounds heal slowly, the regeneration process has changed, and releasing and retracting his claws only puts bacteria and infection right on his wounded flesh. His hands are infected, but Logan can't deal with it the way he could before. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also leave a comment down below and share this video with your friends. See you next time!